you know?
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I wasn't aware that you and Bobby are together, man. So that's
Oh,
beautiful.
not me and Bobby are.
Oh, I was saying.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I thought. Honestly, that's what I thought.
I might as well be. Jesus Christ. Fucking me and him are like this and like on paperwork.
It's Kyrie. Yes, if you don't know me, get to know me, people. I am here with David, the lead singer of Sign of the Swarms. They are currently touring, and they've been around places like Belgium at the current moment. Now hitting the UK, which is amazing. So about 4 or 5 places you've been at the moment.
Yeah, today is day 5 now. Yeah. We've been Belgium and 4 spots throughout the UK.
Yeah, amazing. Just started, people. They started on the 24th of October and it ends on the 24th of November. So if you haven't got your ticket, go and get it now. But where I want to start is your experience of touring, because obviously you've been touring like for how many years? So it's been been a very long time. It's just, what's your like pros about it? What do you like the most about when you're touring?
I really like adventuring around, getting to see all like the different culture around. You know what I mean? Really don't get to experience too many things. Like whenever I just hopped in an Uber to go to a coffee shop in Amsterdam, I learned that there is a lot more negative energy around in different areas that I didn't know about, like different prejudices and stuff. And I didn't know that that was out this way, truly, you know? But like, just, I really like being able to experience the culture and just learn as much as I can. I believe it influences a lot in my daily life, just being able to experience that stuff and with my writing and everything, you know?
That's very powerful. I'm glad, like you said that, because you being from America, obviously exploring different things, it kind of adds attributes to your character, attributes to where you obviously start dealing with people, which is really great. And as you mentioned, the food here,
Yeah, the food is fantastic. I don't know what you guys got going on in the UK, but it's just your food's fantastic. I've eaten so much chicken.
Yeah, guys, if you don't know, we're currently in Bristol, where I'm from, where Sign of the Swarms are currently going to be performing tonight, and I'm coming to the show. Can't wait for that. This is gonna be my first like deathcore, like kind of rock band, like type of show.
You're
Yeah,
in for a fucking treat, bro.
never done it before. Your recent songs, I reacted to it, and I really appreciate you commenting on it.
Hell yeah, dude! And I saw it, I was like, hell yeah, this dude's really getting down with this shit.
Yeah. So I Won't Let You Die. Where did that inspire you? So as you mentioned, like some of the culture of things you see helps with writing. So
with that one, I wanted to take a different perception of a previous song that we had entitled Pernicious. The song's about the possessee. This is about the possessor's view. Just like the whole now you're mine, controlled, you know, type vibe. Was hoping people would make that connection, you know. But I've been kind of adding different worldly influences from stuff that I've experienced in Asia. I added like Mongolian throat singing stuff because I just find it so brilliant, dude. Like it's so tribal and real, you know what I mean? And found some stuff that we really like, found an interest to, and we kind of honed on that to like help influence this really huge ending that we made. And plus like a lot of like we got this bit from this movie Incantation. It's a South Korean film, I believe.
okay.
Yeah, it's had a lot of bits from all over the world really power this. We have multiple languages. If you watch the YouTube version, there's it's like Vietnamese, Spanish, trying to remember all the ones that we did, Japanese, and can't remember the other one.
No, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but there was a good couple different languages in there. We just wanted to really push out that like we've experienced shit all over the world, and we wanted to kind of have that dive into the new material a little bit, you know.
And is that what's going to be coming forth in the newer songs that you're going to create in the future?
Oh yeah, a lot of people have experience of us like putting our journey into our music, like with our previous song Death Whistle. Like whenever we went to Mexico and like got to experience all that stuff, like really helped bring out different things in us, you know. And you know, it's just real cool to just be able to add your like your like journey into your art. I don't know. It's a really cool thing.
No, totally understand. Like music should have like a connection, whether it's something that you are trying to connect with people or whether you're trying to connect with yourself. There has to be an emotional connection which people build rapport on. So that's the whole purpose of why artists should be doing what they do. Right. So if you definitely represent that, especially what you've described, you're adding different types of like culture, places around the world into your music. It really shows that you guys actually care about what you deliver to your audience?
We really do. We really care. Honestly, we'll fixate on 1 fucking second if it doesn't sound right, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Especially Bobby will be like at the computer, like, hold on, I gotta fix this shit. Like, it's like,
What about the cons? So I know a lot of people always try to say the most like exciting things about touring, but what's the things that don't work out? What do you like dislike, or what is it just like, yeah, your cons of touring?
the minor inconveniences that happen. Those are like a huge con. For example, like we're missing our light rigs due to having a couple power cords missing. And just like Europe distro being different than UK distro. So like that's like headliner learning curve, I want to say for myself, or just a learning curve in general. That's a real con. Ooh, excuse me. But like that learning curve is a true con, I would say. And then the truest, hardest one is just being away from home, being away from our loved ones. You know what I mean? Like me and Bobby are married. Carl has a son. Like Mike, he's kind of the bachelor man. You know what I mean? But like he misses his family from back home. So you know it's really difficult because we tour a lot. So like that's like a huge con, but at the same time, we get to meet so many awesome people around the world. They help keep our spirits high while we're doing this shit, and then our families are all always waiting there with open arms. You know?
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I wasn't aware that you and Bobby are together, man. So that's
Oh,
beautiful.
not me and Bobby.
Oh, I was saying.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I thought. Honestly, that's what I thought.
I might as well be. Jesus Christ. Fucking me and him are like this and like on paperwork.
Fair. I misheard that completely.
Yeah, that's fucking fire. You gotta tell Bobby about that later.
Oh, cool. You being a vocalist now, you did mention you do get a lot of vocalist type of questions.
Yeah.
But there's one question I do want to ask. So you did join in 2018.
Yes.
Then and obviously Sign and Swarms have been around for nearly a decade now. Actually, a decade exactly.
Yes.
So 2024. So your experience of entering a band that obviously you had to replace a particular singer, what
Yeah.
was that like? Because you're gonna have to obviously fill some
honestly,
sort of form of shoes. What's that experience like for you?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I've answered this question probably at least like 30 times in my life. But like, it was. I've been friends with the band since they started.
Yeah.
The band used to open up for my band back in the local days. And so like whenever they hit me up to like do it, like it really wasn't like filling anyone's shoes. It was just more like, what can I do to make this what it's gonna be now? You know what I mean? Like, and I respect the legacy of Signs of the Swarm. I respect every record, fucking, because I've been moshing into it before y'all were. You know what I mean? Fucking, whenever Senseless Order dropped, I was one of the first 20 people to fucking punch somebody in the face. You know what I mean? Fucking, but yeah, fucking, I wouldn't say it was like stepping into someone's shoes. It was just more of like, how can we make this more fitting? Because like me and him are polar opposite people, but also like not disrespecting the fans of changing the style too much. You know what I mean? And like I said, with the cons of touring, cons of joining a really big, well-known band, fucking, there's the learning curve, and you got to figure out what works with the lineup you got going on, because you got people playing that you don't want to, like, things that they don't want to play. You know what I mean? They might be like, meh, you know. I'm not saying that's us, but I'm just saying in general. You know what I mean?
No, totally understand that. Totally understand that. What about so now because you joined in 2018? The biggest thing happened not too long ago. So COVID kicked in around 2020. I'm not sure this is a regular question you've been asked before, but you did release 2 albums during that period of time. So you released an album on the October 20th, so 2020. That was obviously, I think that
It was the pre-COVID stage.
Yeah.
Because like we got the pre-COVID fucked, and then we got the post-COVID fucked. Because we released the record right as COVID was starting to be known. We were actually in South Korea whenever COVID launched off, and they're locked down in South Korea. We were stuck there for like additional couple days. We were freaking out. And then that was Vital Deprivation, and then Absolvir, that record came out post COVID, and one of our tours, one of the first tours back, because there was this timeline where people were like, "We're gonna tour." Never mind, it got canceled. You know what I mean? So we thought that's what was gonna happen to us. And it was like, no, actually, you're going out. And it was like, oh, all right, let's go. And we were one of the first bands to go back out on tour in the States.
Wow.
At least in the deathcore niche.
That was all post like around 2021,
Mhm.
2020, like 2021? Yeah, 2021, 2022 area.
Honestly, that whole timeline's such a blur for being locked up, man. You know what I mean? It's very tough. But I'm very grateful for COVID because I got to meet my wife.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I had that downtime to actually be able to make a connection with my wife and everything. So I'm grateful for COVID. It made my life stop so I can meet the most important person in my life.
Oh,
you
that's
know what I mean?
amazing. So how did you guys stay motivated? So what? Because as you just said, it was a blur. Honestly, like if being it 4 years ago, I wouldn't believe it's 4 years ago. So how did you stay motivated during that period of time?
Not accepting defeat. That's pretty much what fueled us.
Mm.
We had this mentality of running around with a machine gun and shooting anything that shows up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And we kind of dialed it back a bit, and we like to say we're sniping now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like an inside joke with us. Um, but like that drive of wanting the dream and it not to die is what kept us going, because we were just like, we're at a point where we're comfortable and we want, like, we're going out on tour, we're touring with bands that we look up to and really is like really take them as, like, you know what I mean, like really aspire to be, in a sense, you know what I mean. And like we're like, we don't want to lose this, you know what I mean. So it's like more of like fear of like losing everything we have, you know what I mean. So
A
it's like,
lot of people like lost a lot of stuff.
that's what I'm saying, everybody had to reset. And honestly, us grinding through COVID, pretending it didn't happen, and us just staying on the internet as hard as we could really did a lot for our band. Just how it changed a lot of people's lives, like TikTok explosions and the TikTok bands that exploded over that timeline and everything. But yeah, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no,
Fell
no
down a
problem.
rabbit hole for a second.
With as you mentioned about bands and obviously being your history, having your current history at the moment, it's you performed on when you went on tour. You performed with bands like I'm trying to look at the list again. Warm Shepherd.
Yeah.
You performed with bands like Disembody and Figment. No, I'm totally wrong with that one. Trying to find the list of bands. Shadow of Intent. You performed with,
Shadow and Tank
and
was
also
my
Lorna.
old. Yeah, that was back then.
What was that like?
Honestly, I've toured with Shadow a couple times now. Random festival, like routing shows together. I love those guys. I'm really good friends with Ben. I stay in touch with him every so often as I can. Chris is an awesome guy. Like everybody in that band, Bryce, fucking everybody, dude. Fucking love those guys. Such gems, such sweethearts. Like, there's a lot of good things I can say about them. You know what I mean? Like, they're just great people, great company, man. You know, they treated us fantastic on tour. I'm excited to share the road with them again sometime in the future. You know.
Amazing. Now coming up to the end of 2024. So we'll just finalize this interview by saying a few things.
Yeah.
But now coming up to the end of 2024. Obviously you got your tour that's currently happening at this moment. As I mentioned, people go and get your tickets ASAP, which is exciting. Yeah, probably I don't know if you got anything planned for the end of 2024, but now 2025 is coming up. What's your plans? What's the next step for Sign of the Swarms?
Signs of the Swarm is going to be diving into the studio to tackle on our next record. We're planning in going in hard. We have a very high standard to follow up with Monks Alone Empty, kind of popping off as hard as it did. So like we're ready to put our money where our mouth is. It's gonna be in the same kind of vein, you know what I mean? Like we're just gonna kind of take it to the next level of just how we normally do it. We just try to make it that much better every time, you know.
Amazing.
But at the same time, someone might not like it. Guess what? Fuck you. I don't care. We're doing what we want.
Amazing. And you got any final words to say to the audience out there, for your supporters, people that currently haven't got tickets to your tour, to my audience as well out there? Any final words you want to say?
I would just want to say thank you for all the support. Seriously, it goes miles. It keeps us alive, keeps us doing this. So thank you for clicking in. Thanks for coming to a show. Thanks for buying a fucking t-shirt. Like seriously, it means the world. If you can't make it out, check out the new shit. New music's great. Bang your fucking head. Show your friends. We'll see you guys.
Cool. I'm Kyrie and I'm with David.
Thanks for having me.
Peace.